Hey, it's Pastor Dan with another Proverbs Practical from Dexter Gospel Church. Thanks for watching. In our last video, we saw the power of popularity and generosity. This next verse looks at the opposite side of that tendency. We're in Proverbs 19:7, and Proverbs 19:7 says, "All the brethren of the poor do hate him. How much more do his friends go far from him? He pursueth them with words, yet they are wanting to him." We saw in that previous verse how popular people are who have the power to help people and the generosity to give gifts. But what about the person who doesn't have anything to give? What about the person who not only can't give, but needs people to give to them? Well, that person is not so popular. Even the people who should be close to him start keeping their distance. This says that even the brothers of the poor, and brothers can be anyone who's got a real close connection to them, something deep in common with them, even his brothers hate him. The idea of hatred in the Bible is generally that of rejection, not just an emotional loathing, but a choosing against someone. And if those who should be closest to him are rejecting him, then it's obvious that those who are just friends are managing to keep their distance. And we're not just talking about social distancing here. So this poor guy, the poor person, they might reach out to people, begging them to help him, begging them to stay close to him, but finds that he's talking to an empty room. Poverty can be extremely lonely. Now, is this verse saying that this is the right way to treat people? That if someone's poor, we should avoid them. We should do everything we can not to help them out, to give to them, to be around them. Well, no. Solomon is simply making an observation about the way things are. And there's something to be learned there. Just as the rich and powerful might be skeptical about the people who want to be their friends and be close to them, because Solomon has observed how many are interested in what others can do for them, the poor must be aware that people are going to have an aversion to them because of their poverty. And in observing that this is the way the world normally works, I think God calls us to be something different. Jesus calls us to a generous charity. James rebukes us if we give preference to the rich over the poor in our churches. It's natural to do this. It's human nature, perhaps, to look at what we can get from someone instead of what we can give to them. But we are to be marked by the supernatural, not the natural. It is when we are markedly different from the rest of the world, from the ordinary, common sense way of doing things, that our light shines brightest for Christ. So when we are the poor, don't be surprised if people distance themselves from us. It's only natural. And wasting our energy on resentment instead of good decisions will only estrange people further. And when we aren't the poor, which, thank the Lord, we in the United States rarely really are, may we stand out for our generosity and accessibility. And even if we don't have the means to help people financially, and honestly we often don't, we can at least be there for them. We don't have to flee from them, run away from them because we're overwhelmed or disturbed by their problems and don't want to be around them in that trouble. We can be there beside them and thus show our love, our compassion, and our caring. Thankfully, Jesus came to us when we had nothing greater to offer him than what he could give to us. He has not gone from us, and he should be our model, not this world. If this video was a blessing to you, give it a like. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel for more content like it. We'd love to hear from you in the comments, especially if you have questions about the Bible. And we'd love to see you in person at our recently resumed services at Dexter Gospel Church. Until next time, I hope you stay well and live generously.